Squidward.
I bet Cam is gonna edit that video any day.
Squidward. 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 Squidward.
Feels a lot nicer up here with the fan on.
Feels great, yeah.
It feels good. It feels good. Better than the last podcast where it was like a twister outside or something. It was like buffeting wind.
It was hot up here and sweaty.
It was hot and sweaty and gross.
Yeah.
But we're back.
Do you want to kick us off? You have once again brought the topic.
Yeah.
So, you know.
This is just something that was brewing on my mind. But I've recently been thinking about my dislike and distrust of psychologists. Is psychologist or psychiatrist? No, psychologist.
Well, I think psychiatrists prescribe prescription drugs and psychologists just talk to you.
They study about the brain.
I believe that's the difference.
Okay, yeah. Well, then I don't like psychiatrists. No, sorry. No. I don't like psychologists.
Okay, and why is that?
We got our first Thunder Boggle.
That's 1 out of 2. You get one more.
You get one more, Jay.
Let's do it. Let's stare.
Get close.
This is good exercise. Thanks, Doc.
All right, good. All right, get close. Come on, a little closer.
Well, which way
Why do you have to have your
right or
legs
left?
open? You know what? Fine. Here. You happy
Whoa.
now?
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
We're locked
That's
in
fine.
now.
It's a little
It's
close.
very close. That's what you wanted, right?
Guys,
Because I think that while it is interesting to learn, while science is interesting, I think that something that makes me nervous is how deeply people understand the chemicals and neurons in our brain to the point where they can kind of subconsciously control us. We talked a little bit on the podcast where we talked about monks.
Hiking up the mountain.
5 guys.
And he's like, oh, hello. And you're like shoving it in his mouth.
You have to eat it.
And he's like, oh, God. You'd probably die.
Yeah, he dies. Like decades of enlightenment, like waste away, and it's, about how they'll put chemicals in the food, and they'll genetically structure things to elicit like dopamine reactions in our brain, and that's kind of like what I'm talking about. Another example that sort of annoys me and makes me feel weird is the entire field of advertising is based around like using the precise colors and like positions in things, sounds that are put in those to elicit certain reactions in our brain. So nothing feels, I guess genuine might be the word, but it's like everything feels like it's trying to use what we know about psychology to influence my brain on a subconscious level.
For like the gain of another party.
Yeah. And something about that makes me feel weird and off.
Well, I know there's a lot of weird stuff with the prescription drugs, like the SSRIs, which I think stands for selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. I don't know for sure.
That sounded bad. That could have been right. It's wrong.
Scary.
It sounded scary.
Oh my gosh. But I think the idea of that is that, depression and anxiety and mental problems are caused by a chemical imbalance in your brain, but I don't think they've ever actually isolated what that chemical imbalance is. And I know that SSRIs, they can kind of zombify people, they can kill your sex drive. A lot of people that commit crimes, heinous crimes, are on SSRIs. They got all hopped up on them. So, I don't know. I think the concept of psychology, I think the study of the mind is amazing, but I think you're right that it could very easily be used for nefarious reasons. And I think a lot of contemporary commercial psychology, like you go and see your therapist, I think a lot of that doesn't help people that much. A lot of people get stuck in the cycle of just being in therapy forever. Perhaps for some people it is good. I went to therapy before. Didn't help me at all. But a lot of psychological stuff I've done internally with myself has helped me. So I think it could be good or bad.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm never one to shun the pursuit of knowledge. And I think, studying, I do think that we've talked about this numerous times. The brain is a powerful and somewhat mysterious vessel. And I think that, learning more about how it functions is interesting and intriguing, but I think it's I guess because of its power, it's like the one organ, maybe one of the 2 organs that can truly control us.
What's the other one? The 2 heads, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Control the mind, control the shaft. Right? That's what we
when you
always
control
say.
a man's shaft, you control his destiny. That's what they say. Well, okay. So psychology can be used for nefarious purposes. What do you think is the safeguard? Like, how can we prevent that from happening to us, from being manipulated?
Can we even?
Well, I would say yeah.
Are we in too deep? It's like I feel my way of trying to safeguard against it has kind of turned me into like a jaded cynic.
What?
Because like I will see anything these days and I'm like, they're trying to trick me. I'm becoming one of those people where like everything is like a psyop, a government psyop.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Yeah, maybe they were right. It's just like anytime I see like an ad where I'm like, oh, that's a funny ad, I'm like, damn it, I fell for it. They got me.
Yeah. Interesting statistic for you there.
What's this? What percentage of psychologists are Jewish?
That's sort of a non sequitur. We were talking about practical stuff. So
that's for, to mule on when you're... that's something to chew on.
Something to chew on, and for the folks at home, do with that information what you will. But I feel like the fact that everything's a psyop doesn't need to make you jaded. I feel like I've been jaded about that in the past, because I kind of share the same belief. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, that's what life is, right? I mean,
being manipulated by the man.
Well, I think manipulation's a choice. I don't think you have to be manipulated. I think to me, being aware of it alleviates a lot of the manipulation, because if you know it's happening, I think you're automatically immune to half or more of it.
Yeah.
And then I would say just building a resilient mind and being grounded in your own beliefs. Because if you're grounded in your own beliefs, it's not like some psychologist, some could come in and navigate you towards something you don't inherently believe. I read an interesting book about hypnosis recently.
Oh.
And the guy was talking about how you can't hypnotize somebody into something they don't want to believe. You can only take a belief they have and sort of push it further. You can't change the direction of the ship entirely. You can just slightly steer it in one direction or the other. So if you're deeply rooted in your own conviction about what reality is, what your beliefs are, what your values are, I think you're immune to a lot of that.
Okay. Is this like hypnotized, like when they like dangle the thing?
You are now gay.
And they turn gay all of a sudden. Oh my god, oh no. Or, I mean, is it just like subtly influencing people, that kind of...
Well, it's about hypnotherapy, which is a form of psychotherapy that is based on hypnosis. And the guy who wrote the book was actually saying that a lot of that, like, dangling a clock and the rotating black wheel stuff, a lot of that is just people kind of playing into their own kind of placebo effects.
Yeah.
Like, the theatrics of it are making them get more invested. That's not like a real thing. Like, you can't dangle a clock in front of somebody and actually be like, you're a pigeon now.
Yeah.
But
we're going to test it out right here.
But if they already have that belief, and like if you're on stage at a show and someone's hypnotizing you, you're going to get invested in what's happening.
Yeah.
Hypnosis really is just speaking to the subconscious mind. It's the same thing you were talking about with advertisements, where they use cues and colors and archetypes and symbols to sort of bypass your conscious brain and speak to your subconscious psyche. That's what hypnosis is. And the book I was reading about was very interesting because it's basically talking about how you can use that tool on yourself to influence your own beliefs instead of somebody else doing it who doesn't actually care about you.
To self-hypnotize?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Well,
I mean, I guess it...
You and I want to work at Devco every day.
It's working!
I can feel it!
You want to watch the Cam and Dev show?
We can do it to them. We can say, no.
Maddie and Cooper are at home like, we have to watch it.
Maddie and Cooper have zombified. But the idea, because we talk a lot in the show about manifesting, I'll keep this brief because I don't want to get into the manifesting thing too much again.
It all circles back.
But your beliefs influence your reality. So the idea is that you want to sort of open up the hood of your mind and tinker around with your beliefs through hypnosis. The book is called Instant Self-Hypnosis. I think his name is Forbes Robinson Blair, something like that. I haven't read it. It's been a while. Forbes. Different Forbes. Forbes. But I put it down a while ago. I didn't get too much into it, but the idea was very interesting because the subconscious mind, as you were saying, these companies are trying to influence it. They're trying to hijack your nervous system, which is directly tied to your subconscious mind, and use it to navigate you in a certain direction.
Yeah. I mean, I think I remember the first time I started to realize or I first learned that could be even a thing that people, some heinous thing that some person would do to me, is like, I think when I was a kid and I was like, why do all the prices say like $6.99 rather than just $7?
Yeah.
And I think my dad was like, oh, it's because it's supposed to, like, you see the 6 instead of the 7. Jerry was like, I was like, he's like, you see the 6, and it's like it makes your brain think that it's a little cheaper, even though it's only like a cent.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I was like, could that be real? Because I felt like it never happened to me. Like I was above that. I was like $6.99. No.
You were like, Dad, who's doing this to us? What group is doing this?
That's when they took him away. That was the last I ever saw of him. I said, Dad, no!
Get drug away. Yeah, I think a lot of what happens today with politics and commercial advertising and health even is people trying to hijack the subconscious mind of the masses. Because I think that we are all, like each of us is like a part of like a graphics card, and we are all rendering this world together. It's like a shared manifestation. And so if you can then take a huge chunk of the population and manipulate them to manifest their worldview in a different way, you could change the outcome of what happens here in the whole world. Perhaps that's what these high-level politicians and elite people do.
Yeah.
These Kabbalistic magicians.
On Epstein's Island. We know that now. That's
Epstein's
real.
Island. Yeah, it was real.
That's a real thing that happened.
Yeah. Something that's been helpful to me is to kind of just ignore all of that or just see it as like a joke.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will be like, oh, well, how could you just ignore? But I mean, really, you know, maybe it's because we're blessed and we live in America, but you can kind of have your own life apart from a lot of that stuff.
It's because I used to be really into politics.
Me too.
And the more that like I got into it, the more jaded I became about it all. Where like my parents would be like, did you see this on the news? And it would be some like nice story, and I'd be like, this is just a front. You know what they're really doing behind the scenes? I'm starting to become like that guy.
Yeah.
Or they'd be like, this is a cute video of like Obama doing something, and I'd be like, he's bombing the people in the Middle East, mom. And then it's like,
his wife is a man named Michael. That's what I was saying to my parents. Two different sides. Of
I was like, think about the children, and you think about Michael.
Think about Michael. You seen those shoulders? That's a dude.
And it reached a point where I was like, I can't do this anymore because it's like ruining everything. Everything is becoming like awful.
Yeah.
And so I stopped like watching the news, and I stopped like going on social media for political stuff.
Yeah.
I like unfollowed anybody that was remotely political. I started following people that were like meme accounts.
This is the rise in consciousness from politics to meme pages.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna start liking and following every meme and every like picture of an animal that I see, and it like healed my social media feed from being angry and jaded to being fun and silly and whimsical.
Yeah.
And I just felt so much better.
What was your like political alignment when you were really into it?
Well, my parents are both like very typical like liberal Democrats, and so when I was young, I kind of was like, I have to do that too, because it's like those are my parents. And, you know, they lead me no wrong.
Yeah.
They do no wrong.
Yeah.
And then I think as I grew older, I like in like high school, I started to like, if they were like liberal, I started to like veer off even more left wing, further left.
Radical.
I started to like radicalize
Antifa.
myself. Yeah, I did. I like, it was all Bernie Sanders' fault too. It was like,
he's okay.
Well, it's like when he ran, I was like, communism is the way. And I think that also is why like it started to burn me out, because
You felt the burn.
I felt the burn like literally, where it's like, it's like it hurts when I pee.
Bernie, help! Bernie Sanders, if you can hear us, please save us.
He's watching this right now.
Boys,
He goes, let me tell you.
They were calling you bisexual Marks.
They were calling me bi Marks.
Bi Marks. BM. They called him BM for bi Marks.
And that's kind of, and then I like reached the peak of leftism.
Leftist.
And I guess I had
Peak leftism.
I became a peak leftist, and the two paths ahead of me were like radicalize further and become like a revolutionary in the woods.
like bombing like corporations.
Like the Unabomber.
Unabomber. Ted Kaczynski, or like a meme page liker.
Yeah. Or like just forget everything and
leave it all behind. Superman hangs up his cape.
And I took that route, and I think it was the better one, because I became so much happier.
In the woods, drinking your own pee and like planning to bomb like a UN event or something.
Yeah, I was gonna be like in like the jungles of Africa, and yeah.
We're in this together, right, guys?
right, brothers.
Right, brothers. Well, I had sort of the opposite experience.
Tell us. And see, this proves that like we can all come together.
We can come together at the
You
end.
know?
Because my family is very traditionally conservative. Cuck-servative, you might say.
Whoa.
You sort of a libtard,
Libtard in the
cuck-servative.
cuck-servative spectrum.
When I was like 14, I was like watching Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, these chuds, and I was like, wow, this is truly
awesome,
the
yeah.
enlightened philosophy of politics.
Did you ever watch the like SJW gets owned?
Oh yeah, I thought it was so
compilations?
cool.
I watched those.
Drinking liberal tears.
Yeah, and I would look at in middle school.
rage.
I'd look at that and I go like, how dare you!
If I was up there, I would.
You'd get smoked if I was up there.
Well, the thing about those videos is like it's like a 40-year-old like super educated dude debating like a retarded college kid with
Yeah.
like blue hair. You're not owning. It's like literally like owning a child.
Yeah.
There's nothing impressive about that at all.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, actually, Israel is the best, and he's saying all this bullshit that's not even true.
And see, I had the same, and not to interrupt your story, but I'd have the same like response to, as I started to, grow out of it. I had that same response to like stuff on the other side where it'd be like this like liberal journalist like destroys this Trump guy, and I'd see these headlines and be like, who cares? Like I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Well, so I was this
Yeah,
like
so you watch Ben Shapiro.
yeah, like basic cuck-servative, ideology. And then when I was like 16 or 17, maybe like 2018, around that time, I sort of found the whole like conspiracy area, and that's when I went off the deep end, like for real. And a lot of that stuff is true, I think, but I got way into it. All like flat Earth, like dinosaurs not being real, germ theory fake,
Like peak Alex
vaccines.
Jones.
Beyond. I was
Prime.
watching the guys that were like, he's a shill, like he's paid by the people that were like beyond him. But you can very easily get wrapped up in it, and it'll be like, conspiracy theorist owns Alex Jones. It's like
Yeah.
the same thing, just different coat of paint.
Yeah.
And kind of outgrew that stuff. I kind of got back into it a little bit with the whole Israel thing that's been going on lately for about a year. Not super hardcore, but I got into all that stuff again, and I kind of don't care about that anymore as much either. But with that stuff, like with all of it, I do think it's good to know about it. I think it's good to have the knowledge, but to be emotionally detached. Because I think when you're emotionally attached to it, that's when you fall into somebody can take your rudder and steer it how they want to.
They grab you by the rudder.
They grab it and they jerk it one way, and you go, oh!
A lot of time people describe it as like tribalism of like my side's always right and your side's always wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why it all kind of feels the same.
Yeah.
Like woke SJW gets owned right next to like, I don't know, like racist Trump supporter gets destroyed. They're one and the same.
Two sides of the same slop trough that you people are just eating out of day in and day out.
And I hate to sound, when I talk about this, I feel like I'm like radical centrist over here. I'm like, both sides are bad.
Yeah. Two sides of the same coin, actually. Have you heard? They're both run by the same people.
They're both run.
Crazy
But-
hot take.
But maybe that guy
might be
something.
true. It might be
That
true.
guy might be onto something.
Well, picture this, right? You have the slop trough, right, of all this political conspiracy theory stuff, and the disgusting Goyim pigs are just feeding day in and day out, getting so fat they're fit to burst. But then you look back, and you see a beautiful, sparkling fountain, the meme pages.
Yep.
And you go over, you take your first sip.
And you go, Quandale Dingle.
Quandale Dingle. Oh my God. Turkish Quandale Dingle. Please, if you can hear us, please save us. It trickles down your throat.
Is that Nathaniel
B?
B?
You can. Nathaniel B is beside you drinking.
It's good, isn't it?
Have a sip. Please have a sip. And you can you relax.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You let out a big sigh.
All the like tension in your muscles like fades away.
Yeah. You're home.
You're home. And that's like with the monk up on the back to the
Man,
monk.
fuck him though.
Well, he's doing the same thing.
He's too far. He went too far. He's drowning in the oasis.
So, I mean, like this, it almost feels like in another life, if the timeline had changed just slightly, like we wouldn't be here. It's like you might be.
I'd probably be like
off the grid, like in a cave.
I
Like,
would have been shot instead of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
that would have been me up there.
You, and I would have been like in the Ugandan jungle,
Getting scalped by like an African nationalist or something. I would have jumped in front of the bullet for Charlie Kirk at like a Turning Point USA event. No! You have to save Israel.
and I would have like.
I'll cut that out.
I can't. Yeah.
Cut that out. Theoretically, of course.
Hypothetically.
In GTA, he would have done that in a video game.
In a video game, I would have.
We gotta cut the immunity we have for being self-employed only goes so far. This
is all hypothetical.
This is hypothetical. Oh God! You talk about psychologists, and it ends up with this.
With this, yeah. I mean, it's all connected. It's all connected.
Like Charlie from It's Always Sunny with the red thing in the newspaper. It's all connected.
I think it's like Charlie Kirk again.
Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, I guess. Was he like? How deep was he into all this?
Him?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They're saying all that shit like he was gonna turn against Israel, but like, was he?
I think he was just a player in the game of life.
I think he really believed in the whole like conservative ideology. I think that was his bag, and I think respect to him. Like he died for what he believed in. He was probably a good guy. I think he was Christian.
It's all a play, and we're just puppets.
And here's the thing, man. If it was 2017 and this happened, I would have had like hours of just shit to say, like, well, this guy had a certain kind of gun and he was on the roof and Mossad did this. But at the end of the day, man, who gives a fuck?
I would have been on Twitter like making fun of people that were upset. I would have said like,
it was good.
Good.
Rested.
I wish it was me that did it. Who knows?
We both would have had this separate. I would have been like,
it could have been me.
It could have been the guy.
It might have
hopped
been
up on Zoloft, feeling the cold steel, the trigger against your finger, the rush.
This is for Palestine, you bitch. See, we would have reunited.
We wouldn't have become friends
in that life, anyways. So
what's the practical thing with this one? This is pretty good. I thought this is like a juicy one.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say the thesis for me here. Might be to not let, or to be aware that there are higher powers at work that are trying to influence you in a subconscious way, to think a certain way, or act a certain way, or treat other people a certain way, like view other people a certain way. For what reason, I don't know yet. I'm not quite sure.
Maybe they're the farmers and we're all the cattle.
Yeah, maybe it's just a big game.
They're trying to keep us in check. Maybe they run the world.
Maybe.
And not run it isn't like, I run, but like they're like put in charge to run this place like an ecosystem.
Maybe.
Maybe their purpose is divine at the end of the day. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe they're the good guys for all we know.
We don't know. At the end of the day, we don't know.
Maybe I'm the bad guy.
Well, I don't think that's true. Dun, dun, dun. I think that my thesis for this, the practical steps, would be more than anything to be rooted in yourself, your purpose, your beliefs, and that takes time. I think if you're a young person, Maddie and Cooper, you're young, it takes time to develop this. I'm 24 and I feel like I'm only now just starting to have this foundation of what I can really consider to be true to me. Mm-hmm. I think you want to be knowledgeable about the world, be in the world but not of it. Know what's going on, but don't be emotionally attached. Be outcome independent. Your emotions are your own responsibility. When people can influence your emotions, they can control your life. So don't let these outside forces control your emotions. Have emotional resilience. Be healthy, be happy.
I want people to have opinions based on like their own thoughts.
Well, Carl Jung, you know what they say about him, right? Jung was hung. But Carl Jung
what are we talking here?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I just hearsay. He's dead now.
Like Drake.
Like gelatinous and floppy.
Edit the video right now.
I never saw that video.
I'll edit it in.
Did you see it?
Oh, I saw it.
You saw it? I kind of wanted to, but I was like, I feel like if I put the effort in to find it, like if it finds me, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if I'm like looking it up, that's kind of like a little, I don't know. So I never actually saw it.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't have those inhibitions.
You're a free man. I'm letting other people control me. I'm being controlled.
I proudly went on Twitter and was like, Drake.
Let me just get a nice glass of wine, a bubble bath, and let me look up this. Kick my feet back and look up this. I never had that experience.
Yep.
Oh, but Jung. Jung envisioned 4, perhaps 5 levels of consciousness. Mm-hmm. Levels 1 and 2 are basically like when you're a child, but level 3 was sort of like you download your worldview from an outside source. Mm-hmm. Religion, politics, pop culture.
Yeah.
And a lot of people exist at that level. And
Yeah.
level 4 consciousness is you make your worldview yourself. But there's a lot of negatives to that too. That can be very dangerous because, and when you do that, a lot of times you're kind of considering yourself to be God, or to have some sort of divine. Because if you're saying, I know what's true and I'm getting it only from me, it's a little Luciferian if we're being honest with ourselves. So a lot of good can come from that because you're not controlled, but a lot of bad can come from it too. Because when you have no restraints on what you can consider to be true and it all comes from you, you could easily go down a very dark path. And Jung was talking about how the modern world today, a lot of people are at level 4 consciousness, maybe some are still at level 3, and it causes a lot of issues. So it's a complicated question. So I forgot where I was going with that. Something practical with this, I don't even know.
He was
man.
cooking.
This is
That's
like
I felt like I was in the kitchen watching
these are like the questions of life and
of wiser men,
people's
perhaps.
personal philosophies. They are wiser men than us. But I would say, learn as much as you can, be rooted in yourself. I think that, it's easy to be upset with things like politics or religion, and it's also very easy to say, those stupid NPCs that care about that, F them. Mm-hmm. But I think we want to be empathetic to them too and understand that there's a reason, they're doing the best they can, and they might need that stuff to stay sane.
Yeah.
People are, and a lot of it's your nervous system too. We'll save that for next time, so we're not talking for an hour, but there's a lot physiologically and mentally that goes into that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do what you can, learn what you can, be empathetic, manifest.
Would you shun a bug?
What the hell?
Perhaps a bug was the wrong example. Would you shun a mouse?
Hit him.
There we go. And I guess...
It wasn't the practical... Is there anything? I feel like we gave a lot of information, but perhaps we're still trying to find our own conclusions from this.
I don't feel comfortable teaching others because I haven't fully understood myself.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Drop in the comments what you think the practical takeaway from all this is.
Yeah.
Maddie and Cooper, we're looking at you.
Yeah, Maddie and Cooper, Elijah as well has subscribed. So I'd like to see a comment, an individual one. I'll comment. We could each comment.
I always comment.
Yeah,
I always say something.
I could leave a comment of my own.
Yeah, we can all comment
on there, and Jay. Yeah, anybody.
Anybody, if anybody's
at
out
all.
there, please tell us.
Just prove that this is worth it.
We're not just speaking into the abyss for nobody.
Someone has to be listening.
Please. It's like Ice King in Adventure Time when he looks through the TV and he's like out there. And
oh my God! Behind this veil.
The veil. Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. So just make of all this what you will and do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not telling you what to do. That's what we've learned.
Like and subscribe.
Hit that like button. Slam that button. And before we wrap up,
Mo Lister, what you got?
we've got someone in our audience. Get in between us.
Come on in here. Come on in here, Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna hurt. We're not gonna bite.
Yes.
Wait, this is the vanilla type of Oreo.
Hey, yo, what? The vanilla type of Oreo,
Yeah, 'cause it's too.
with chocolate cream in the middle.
Yeah.
How do you eat your Oreos, Mo? Do you twist them off? Do you eat the whole thing at once?
I get some milk, dip it in the milk, and then I eat it.
Let's get a thumbnail real quick.
Would you rather be like a radical leftist communist revolutionary in the jungle, or a like off the grid living in a cave like far right conspiracy theorist?
Communist in the jungle.
He's thinking about that
He
one.
likes that
he's
one.
In the jungle, you say?
How about this? Which one would you rather crack?
Probably the communist in the jungle.
Hell yeah, my man. Okay, yeah.
Out in the jungle.
Oh, so we're gonna have the audience vote on what topic we discuss next time. So my ideas are letting go, how the nervous system affects everything we've been talking about. That's all I got.
I got nothing. They come to me in dreams, in visions.
Fair enough.
So,
Joel, topic ideas.
It might be a weird one, but like, what animal? What animal do you think realistically a human can probably take down with their bare hands?
Oh, okay. My heart was racing. So we got nervous system, letting go, what animal could you take down with your bare hands? Or any human, I guess. What animal could a human take down with their bare hands? Tell them to like and subscribe.
Yes,
Oh, you got make sure you like and subscribe. You know, hit that notification bell.
Yeah.
Slam that bell!
Slam that bell. Okay.
I think that might be it.
I think that's it. What animal would I crack? That's the real question here.